Hello, friends and neighbors. Swaggy Man Piper 1926 here. On Monday evening. How are we? We doing alright? I hope you are. Hope you're getting plenty of water, plenty of rest, all the things. Smoking my Peterson Sportsman 87, almost said 68, and smoking some Irish Flake. For me, one of the more pleasant of the Peterson blends these days. Even the Dunhill blends that's been rolled into Peterson, Irish Flake is probably still one of my top. We Saturday, Mrs. and I went to a funeral. One of the ladies that the lady that we used to go to church with had passed away through breast cancer, and she was the done the children's church, and both her children, she has a boy and a girl, of course, have all moved on since we've known them. One is married, and the other is getting his master's, which I think is wonderful. They're both good kids. But it was important to us, one, because we knew the lady and she was a very nice lady. Wasn't very old either. Just about 12 years older than I am. Death for one thing, but cancer either is not a respecter of persons, be it their station in life or age. So there we are. So there's that. The kids are doing as well as to be expected, of course. Both of them knew and handled, I don't know how else to say that, but dealt with Russell as a baby. The girl kind of ran the nursery as it was, and as he grew older, the boy would play with him. Now he wasn't there. He was spending time with his grandmother, but showed him pictures, and I give him an idea how tall he's gotten and how big he is. And of course, they were both very excited to hear the news as it was. And yeah, it was kind of a nice visit for what it was. Sunday I went and picked Russell up. We have our local county fair, and me and him went to the rodeo, which was, I always enjoy it. I think he does, but also it's, you know, there's time in between there where he kind of gets bored and hauls around and fidgets and just jabbers, and like, son, it's, you know, they're getting ready to do calf rope and whatever. But we had a good time. Had some barbecue. It's good. And we got our yearly lemonade. And where he's doing 4-H, he's not old enough to do the projects, but they offer well, his group is, or his age is referred to as clover buds. So they have things going on for the clover buds. Which one of them is being able to educate them on how to show their animals. And we ended up, before we left last night, seeing some of the folks that's in our group, and their eldest daughter is old enough to show rabbits. And I've never done 4-H, so all this is mostly new to me. I had no idea of what you have to do, even for rabbits. You have to take and be able to take your rabbit and basically, I called it forming a ball, but you're kind of scrunch them up where all the feet is kind of underneath, and it's kind of, well, balled up, looks like a ball with ears just about. And then once you've gotten that, you take a hold of the back scruff and flip them over. And my understanding is to be able to show them the teeth and everything. I didn't get all the fine tuning of everything that's required. Yeah, I had no idea. No idea. So it's a little bit of learning. After him watching kind of how you have to handle the rabbits and everything, because they're for it changes, but he was wanting to do sheep. I don't know if that still holds or not. I understand that it's difficult. Because, you know, it is showmanship. But it was interesting to see what all you do, what all you have to do for it. The more interesting thing is if he's going to keep up with it and do all the necessary things, even for rabbits. So that was fairly enjoyable. Of course, we walked and seen the other 4-H animals, the cows and pigs and the sheep and the goats and all those things. But we watched, well, like I said, we watched the rodeo, and at the end, or toward the end of the rodeo, the very last little bit is a bull ride. And they had this bull that come up from Holmes County up north in Ohio, and apparently he hadn't been touched in over a year and a half. Big old thing. I mean, it's a big old bull. And of course, you know, the announcer, he tries to get everybody geared up, and of course the rider to be able to try and hold on. That bull give a big kick from the rear end and put his head down and basically airborne that man a few good feet, several feet away, just rolling. And that was the first one. I don't think anyone actually had a real good, I don't think anyone had a qualifying time. I believe it is 8 seconds. And, yeah. Nobody made the buzzer. They even had one that bull basically bounced somebody off by hitting him against the gate, the big metal cattle gate. You heard the smack and the ping. Whew. I don't think I could do it. I mean, you know, in your head you say, oh, I can do what I need to. I don't know if I need to do that. Yeah. Oh, gracious. It's been an interesting few days. Hopefully everyone had a good 4th. Good, safe 4th of July. No one lost any fingers. We went over to some friends and had supper. Ended up, while the ladies was cooking, well, actually, as the ladies went to the store, the other side, her husband wasn't in from work yet, so I sat out in the car because it just feels weird sitting in somebody's house when they ain't home. So I sat out in the car waiting on him. And he come in. He come home and had me come in. And while he was getting cleaned up from work, I turned on a movie and we sat down and watched it. And by that time, the ladies had gotten home, finished cooking, so on and so forth. Played a couple games, and the lady of the house was going to get out the Uno. And before she even got all the way out, Kayla looked at her and said, I will not play Uno with Will. She says he cheats, which I do not. Just to clarify, I do not cheat. She just doesn't win every hand, and she swears I cheats. Plus, I don't think Uno's a good game to play with your loved ones like that. Because, you know, you got to go home with them. And if you know, if they're down to one card and you slide them a draw 2 and then a draw 4, the ride home might be a little iffy. And that's when they swear you cheat. Which again, I do not. Well, you folks take care of yourselves. Let me know what all fun activities y'all got into for the 4th. And remember, folks, kindness costs us nothing.